Okay guys, as you know, last weekend I went to the IRL Popup event in Osaka for Wuthering Waves. I had a really great time and I would love to go to another one in the future. Unfortunately, something seems to have happened there that might put future events in jeopardy. I just found out about this last night from another streamer called Ziplazetsu, one of the JP streamers here. And as the official Kuro devs reached out to him to issue this statement and to talk about what happened. As to why they didn't make an official post about it, I'm going to get into that later. So what exactly happened? On Saturday, March 8th, at the Osaka Namba Okat building, Ponte Square, a bunch of Wuthering Waves merchandise was stolen in broad daylight. At the time of the incident, as staff were cleaning up and putting away things at the event, a group of 7 guys appeared at the event. At this particular desk, there were 2 staff members, 1 male and 1 female. The male staff member was dealing with 5 of the guys who came up to them, while the female staff member was organizing the merchandise. As she was doing that, the 2 other guys grabbed more than 20 keychains from the shelves. I'm not sure if any other merchandise was stolen. There probably was, but they mentioned 20 keychains in the statement, but let's just continue on. Because everything happened so suddenly, the staff members were in shock as to what had just happened and weren't able to do anything about it. As soon as they grabbed the merchandise, all 7 of them quickly ran away with the stolen merch. The authorities have been notified, but as of recording this video, there have been no leads or arrests made. Fortunately though, no one was injured. My read of it is that this group that did this has probably done this before, because it seems like it was very premeditated and organized. Like having several of the people distract one staff member and then having the other 2 steal it. Yeah, this sounds really intentional to me, and they definitely went there with the intention of stealing shit. So what countermeasures were implemented? As just mentioned, a report has been filed with the police and they are investigating. Because this happened at the end of the first day of the event, on Sunday they increased the number of staff and also contracted private security. Now, you might be wondering why they didn't have security in the first place, and honestly, they just didn't feel like they really needed it. Japan is typically a very safe country, and things like this don't really happen, at all. So I guess the thought just didn't occur to them to have extra security in case something like this did happen. I was worried that with this happening that they might not have any other future events in the future, but however, they did say this here. For any future events, further security will be there to prevent such criminality. So for the time being, it does seem like they are planning to do more events in the future, but as to when and where, I have no idea. They say here that they want to create a safe environment where everyone can be reassured and fully enjoy themselves. And of course, why wouldn't you want to do that? One thing I noticed was at the end of the day when I was getting B-roll for my recap video, which you can check at the end of this video, when I approached the desk to get footage of those keychains that were probably being mentioned here, I noticed some of the staff were being very wary of me. Like they were watching me very closely, which is completely fair. I understood it. I understood that I'm getting close to merchandise, so I assumed that they were just making sure that I didn't touch them or anything. I had no idea that the reason that they were being so vigilant and so cautious was because this actually did happen the day before. But getting back down to the official statement, there were also some instructions for event goers on what to do if something like this happened in the future. I think this is good advice, not just for only Wuthering Waves events, but also other gacha events or just anytime anyone sees a crime in general. This is what they said. First and foremost, whatever it is, make sure that you take whatever actions you need to protect yourself. At the end of the day, no amount of merchandise is worth putting your safety at risk. So that means getting to a safe location as quickly as possible and do not interfere with what is going on. After that, if staff aren't aware, let them know what is happening. Not included in the official statement, but after you do get to a safe place, maybe you can use your phone to take photos or record video of the crime in progress that you can then hand off to authorities in the future. But again, first, make sure that you are safe and then don't try to draw unnecessary attention to yourself while you're taking those photos, because it could draw ire as well. Do not do anything that puts your safety in jeopardy. At the end, there was a message from the devs in the video from Ziplazetsu saying this. The purpose of holding the offline event was to deliver a fun Wuthering Waves atmosphere and environment for our players. A place where people could relax from the daily stress of everyday life. It is incredibly regrettable that such an occurrence has happened. We regard everyone's safety as the highest priority. For any events in the future, we shall prepare further security guards and other security measures. We apologize for any trouble or worry that this may have caused. Okay, so like I said before, you might be wondering why Ziplazetsu is the one making this statement here. Why didn't they make an official statement on their official Twitter or something like that? When Ziplazetsu posted his livestream on Twitter, there was actually a response in the replies there from the official Wuthering Waves devs, and it says this. We sincerely apologize to everyone for the inconvenience this has caused. Because this incident occurred suddenly and had an undesirable impact, the organizers were concerned that it would cause anxiety to visitors and so decided to refrain from making an official response for the time being in order to thoroughly investigate the situation and consider countermeasures. We will implement the following measures to prevent this from happening again in the future. Strengthening security measures at offline events, establishing a security system that prioritizes the safety of visitors, reviewing venue facilities to provide a more comfortable event environment, and implementing crisis management training for staff. The entire team will continue to make further efforts to create an event that everyone can participate in with peace of mind. We would like to express our sincere gratitude for your continued warm support, and we hope that you will continue to give us your support in the future. Yeah, this is really, really scummy behavior that obviously doesn't only affect Wuthering Waves, but all games, all events, all other IP as well. If there's one thing I could ask you guys to do, it's this. If you see any listings for merchandise online for these kinds of pop-up events or something, just do not buy them. Like this is just a search on the Yahoo auction site here. There's a lot of listings for the free cards that were given out to everyone that attended, like 2,000 yen each just for one of these, 1,500 for this. The stickers that everyone got just for free, like at the reception desk, they're selling these for 999 yen. Further down, there's like more, like just this here, this flyer. Like there was a stack of them that anyone could take and you didn't even have to go inside to see it. You could like just pick up one of these. They're also selling these for 999 yen. These were free. You could get like an absolute, I mean, everything here, like this is free, this is free, this is free, this is all free, and people are selling these for 2,000 yen, 1,500 yen, 999 yen. But also, one listing I did see on the Mercari is actually this one here. There are some more listings on here. There's this listing that's for the card that's in the magazine that was released from Pash. That's this one here. I literally have it in my hand right now. They're selling that for 2,000 yen. And then I've also got this listing here. This is all the pop-up event stuff here. They're selling up for 3,660 yen. So let's got the flyer here, and also again these two things here. These are also free. They're from the gacha, the actual IRL gacha thing here. The only thing that's not free in here is actually the coaster, because you actually had to spend 700 yen to buy the drink to get one of those. Yeah, sure, but still, like everything else here is free, and they're selling that for 3,660 yen. Not cool. There's also this listing here for another 3,600 yen. Again, with the stickers, the free card here, the pamphlet, and again, this is also free from the gacha. If you twist the gacha there, you get that. Don't buy these. There was one listing that was very, very suspicious to me, and it's this one here. This is a brand keychain. From the Popup event here, the Popup event gacha clear holder keychain here. They're selling this for 14,000 yen. 14,000 yen in the current exchange rate right now is just under $100. And they're selling a lot more stuff here as well with an insane markup, and all these keychains, all these things here. I don't know if this person is legit or not, but guys, if you see any of these types of listings, like say Popup event merchandise, do not buy them. Because it's people like that, the scalpers that try to sell this merchandise for a high enough price that they incentivize other people just to try and steal that merchandise to make a quick buck. So even if that person wasn't the one that stole the stuff, I don't think it is. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's really odd how they're charging so much for just a keychain. Even if they weren't the one that did it, and like I said, I'm not saying that they did, but because they're selling that merchandise for such a price, they're incentivizing other people to go out and steal that merchandise to try and make a quick buck as well. So it further promotes more people to do that sort of thing, which ruins it in the future for others. Like they say they're going to increase security in the future, so with them saying in the future, that means that they are not closing the door on that and that we might have more events. But stuff like this makes companies really hesitant to do so. It makes them really hesitant to even do any of these events because people will come out and ruin it. Like, why do people have to be such assholes and ruin it for everyone? Seriously, what is wrong with people? But yeah, I wanted to make this video as well to let you guys know what had happened as well, that if you are looking for this kind of merchandise, I have seen people say that they want this merchandise, and I get it. It's like a desirable merchandise, but please, for the love of God, if you see listings for this stuff on eBay or wherever, whatever, just don't buy it. I beg that you just don't buy it. So yeah, that's about it. I don't know what else to say. I'll see you next video. Peace. Fuck's sake, man.